It was raining hard in downtown Chicago when Mira, a 19-year-old girl in a tattered coat, stepped into the towering glass building of Landon Enterprises, one of the most prestigious tech companies in the country. She had no appointment. No suit. No resume. Just a steel gaze and a backpack with a few crumpled papers, a broken phone, and a half-empty bottle of baby formula. The receptionist stared at her, puzzled. "Can I help you?" "I need to speak with the CEO," Mira said plainly. "You and everyone else," the woman muttered. Mira reached into her backpack and pulled out a notebook, pages filled with code, system diagrams, and notes that looked like a hybrid of genius and desperation. "Tell him it's urgent. I'll save his company. I just need some milk for my baby brother." Security was already walking toward her, but someone had overheard, the assistant to the CEO. Curious and slightly amused, he stopped the guards. "Let her in. Mr. Landon loves comedy." Minutes later, Mira stood in a plush boardroom. Across from her sat Charles Landon, the sharp-suited, silver-haired CEO whose face was often seen on magazine covers with headlines like, "Tech King of America." He leaned back, half smiling. "You'll save my billion-dollar company for a bottle of milk," he chuckled. Mira didn't flinch. "Yes." The room went still. She pulled out the notebook and flipped to the back page. "Your servers are bleeding data. The AI models you're building, someone's leeching them. Quietly. Slowly. But it's happening. I mapped your network 3 weeks ago. You've got a silent breach." Charles's amusement faded. His CTO, sitting nearby, leaned forward. "That's impossible." Mira turned the notebook around. "See this line? It's a ghost protocol. Very clever. Whoever's behind it is using your system as a sandbox to train their own AI." The CTO went pale. He started typing frantically into his tablet. A minute later, his hands stopped. "Sir, she's right." Silence. Charles looked at her again, more carefully this time. "Who are you?" "I'm just a girl who used to dream about working here, before my parents died and I had to raise my baby brother. I couldn't afford college. But I taught myself everything online, watching your company's free webinars. So yeah. I hacked in. Not to hurt you. Just to learn. You breached our system," the CTO barked. "I patched it," Mira replied. "But not before I traced the leak. It's one of your own contractors, Vector Cloud Solutions. They confirmed it within the hour." Vector Cloud had been quietly siphoning proprietary data for over 8 months. Charles canceled the contract that night and launched an internal investigation. Mira, meanwhile, was sitting quietly in the lobby, sipping water and holding a can of formula one of the assistants gave her. Charles came out alone. His voice was softer now. "You saved my company." Mira nodded. "Then can I have some milk?" He stared at her, heart pounding in his chest. Not from fear, but from something unfamiliar. A mix of shame, admiration, and awe. He took a seat beside her. "Why didn't you ask for money? A job? A reward?" "I didn't come for that. I just didn't want my brother to go hungry. And I wanted to prove to myself that I'm more than just another poor girl on the street." Charles didn't say anything for a moment. Then he stood. "Come back tomorrow. We're going to rewrite your story." The next day, Mira was offered a job, as a junior cybersecurity analyst. Within months, she became a rising star in the department. Her instincts, honed through struggle, were sharper than most professionals twice her age. But that wasn't the end. Charles went a step further. He created a new initiative within Landon Enterprises, the Mira program, a mentorship and hiring project for underprivileged youth with tech potential. "Talent has no zip code," the slogan read. It spread like wildfire across the nation. When asked about the inspiration in an interview, Charles said, "A girl once walked into my office asking for milk. She gave me something far more valuable, perspective." 1 year later, on a sunny day filled with reporters and applause, Mira stood at the podium of the company's annual conference. She held her now chubby, giggling baby brother on one hip. The boy reached for the microphone, making the crowd laugh. Mira smiled and began, "I was nobody once. But someone believed in me. And when you believe in someone, even just one person, you change the world." The room erupted in applause. Not just for her brilliance, but for her courage. Her humility. Her heart. She had walked in asking for milk. But what she really brought was nourishment for the soul of a company. A reminder that greatness doesn't always wear a suit or come with a degree. Sometimes, it arrives with tired eyes, a worn-out backpack, and an unshakable reason to try.